All right, I'm gonna try and break down some enzymes for y'all. I'm gonna be jumping all over the place. A lot of people are always asking, what should I eat? You know, what do you eat? What do you put in your body and stuff? But a lot of times, what we don't ask is, what is happening to the food that I'm actually putting in my body? How is this food being broken down? How is my body assimilating this food? Why is it I feel the way it is I feel? How come it is my aunt's gallbladder had to be removed? Why is it, my dad had the pancreatic cancer? Why, did said my friend have to have, the appendix removed? Why after, my grandfather or this person had this surgery, that didn't solve the problem. A lot of people don't realize that every single thing it is you do to put inside your body is what will cause a problem inside your body. A lot of people don't know that the medical industry will not tell you what it is you need to know before they remove one of your organs, all right? I'm going to read some things here, and I'm going to tie that some of these things here that, some stuff's online, but a lot of this stuff they don't tell you, because a lot of these websites, you go to it and they just show you what the medical industry wants you to see, but they don't tell you what goes on the back end so that you can make a conscious decision. I'm going to go through a couple of things here and throw some things out there at you so that you can understand certain things, all right? The pancreas, all right? The pancreas is responsible for hormones, okay? It's responsible for hormones. It's responsible for digestive enzymes, all right? Also, what it does is it pumps out, say your sugar level gets too high. If your sugar level gets too high, your pancreas is going to pump out insulin. That's going to bring your sugar level back down. If your sugar level gets too low, your pancreas is going to jump out glucagon, okay? Glucagon is going to raise your sugar level back up. Your body is always going to be fighting to try and bring you back to a homeostasis. That's what it's going to try and do. But the problem is, right, when you go and add things to your body that actually don't belong there, it has a problem, okay? For instance, if you go out and you are constantly eating meat and you're constantly eating fats, instead of your pancreas being able to pump out the insulin and do what it's supposed to be able to do to actually regulate and bring your sugar level back down, instead it's locked up actually making an enzyme called lipase to break down lipids from the fats and the protein garbage that you're eating. Now, what does that tell you right there? Let me explain something to you. The pancreas is now overworked because you're doing too much, literally, and you are causing the pancreas to stop doing something it's doing over here to go and deal with something else over here, and it's causing it to leave this problem alone, and that's going to get out of control. If your blood sugar gets out of control, everybody knows what happens. Diabetes happens. But the thing is, a lot of people don't understand the science behind it and why that happens. All right? Moving right along. I'm gonna go to another organ here that's always they just rip this organ right out. It's the appendix. Like, the appendix is used for, you're using the appendix for everything. Like, the appendix is an organ that you're going to use this appendix to pump out enzymes, to regulate your digestive system, and also what it does, which is the most important thing that a lot of people don't know, is your appendix actually stores, let me see what it says here. Your appendix actually stores good bacteria. All right? Far from being useless, the appendix may produce and protect beneficial probiotic colonies in the digestive system. Researchers found the human digestive system is full of bacteria necessary to digest food. When attacked from diseases, sometimes these important kinds of bacteria are purged or killed off. In such situations, the appendix can act as a reservoir for good bacteria. After the immune system beats off the disease, the good bacteria reemerge and recolonize your gut. So what does the appendix do? The appendix actually is supposed to be like a storehouse, like a warehouse for good bacterial flora. And you'll go and you'll read this thing here, and it's based on current evidence. Proposals have been made to suggest the appendix serves as a reservoir for beneficial gut flora. When illness reduces good bacteria from the intestines, the appendix may store some of that good bacteria for backup. All right, now did you hear what I just said? So tell me why it is everybody gets their appendix removed. Tell me why it is that doctors never tell you what it is I just told you, or tell you, no, you do need your appendix. Why is it people make up the dumbest things, and they'll say something like, yeah, the appendix, yeah, we needed that like 100 years ago, but now we don't need it. When you hear stuff like this, just walk away from these people. Walk away from them. You literally just heard somebody tell you that after billions and billions of years of evolution, something that your body is still creating, something that your cells, which are the smartest things on the planet that create human beings, one of the highest levels of evolution, you're telling me they're stupid and they just made an appendix inside of you because it was useless. It doesn't do anything. When you hear these things, you have to ask questions. That's why you have to do your own research, because the idea is when you go in here, what these guys want to do is they just want to remove the organ. Okay? Telling you what I just now told you and telling you what to do to balance the minerals and vitamins and enzymes in your body to actually correct that problem, that doesn't put a dollar in there. That does not help them buy their yacht. That does not help them get a G5 jet. That does not help with the Mercedes-Benz. That doesn't help. Now, removing your appendix, that actually helps. Okay? What else we got here? We got the liver. All right? You got the liver, which goes hand in hand with the gallbladder system. Right here, Chinese medicine, these guys are saying that when they look at the liver and the gallbladder, they're paired. All right? They consider one of the two as they're synergistic. All right? Strengthening one would always strengthen the other because they work hand in hand. How? Okay? What the liver does. All right? The liver dumps out bile. What does bile do? Bile actually creates peristalsis, and it actually coats the small intestine so that your food can actually go through it, and it actually helps break down the fatty foods and the nasty foods that you eat. Okay? Check this out though. Once the liver breaks, as soon as you start eating, the liver dumps it out, right? The gallbladder stalls it. All right? It'll store it. As soon as you're actually done eating, the gallbladder will release the bile into your gut to actually help you finish digesting whatever it is you're supposed to be digesting. The thing is this, okay? What a lot of people don't think about is, why is it when you go in there for a surgery, they will just take your gallbladder out and not tell you what's going to dump out the bile? How is this going to happen? Where are you going to get this bile dumped from? How are you going to have this digestive problem? Like, you can even look right here, right? Your liver is a filter of toxins, all right? It plays a key role in digestion, all right? During digestion, your liver creates the bile. It lubricates the intestinal wall, all right? After eating, it releases the bile and blah, 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 and all this other good stuff. When your liver is not able to remove toxic substances from your body, toxic bile is secreted into your small intestine, creating leaky gut syndrome. Okay? Toxic bile. You understand? Why are they removing your gallbladder? Why are they removing your gallbladder? You need your gallbladder. You need your gallbladder to process the bile. Why are they removing your gallbladder? By removing your gallbladder, they are removing an important part of your digestive system that makes the digestive enzyme to help you break down your food. You understand? This is why you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot listen to doctors. As soon as they say they want to remove an organ, or remove an organ of a loved one or somebody you care about, or you have to ask questions, and you have to ask, what does this do, and do I really need to get rid of this right now? Because a lot of times these organs become inflamed simply because it can't do its job, because it can't put together the enzymes to actually do its job. All right? Your body has an entire enzymatic system all over the place. Everybody thinks cells are going all over the place and doing a whole bunch of jobs. It is not cells. What the cells are actually doing, the cells are actually carrying enzymes. All right? The workers. The enzymes are the workers. The cells is like the transport system. They're like taking all the work is there. So look at the cell as the school bus. And look at the enzymes as all the little children that's going to get off and they're going to go do, or all the workers that are going to get off and they're going to go do their thing. That's the way the body works. And the problem is, with all the bread and the cheese and all the rest of the garbage we eat, we don't understand what we're doing with all of that bad bacteria is we're killing off the good bacteria and we're eating food with no enzymes. Okay? Do you understand? The food that we're eating has no enzymes. We don't even have enzymes to break that down. All right? Fruits and vegetables, they come naturally with these enzymes. All right? The enzyme is already naturally in an orange. All right? The enzyme is already naturally in an avocado. Okay? If you were to eat an apple, when you eat an apple and it gets there to the small intestine and it drops to the bottom of the stomach, that enzyme takes that apple and turns it into a nice soft mush and makes it bioavailable so that your body can just suck the nutrients in out of it. Your body doesn't have to do anything. All right? When it comes to an apple and your body sees an apple, it just goes, oh, this an apple? If it gets up, it's about to, oh man, did he eat some more? Oh no, that's an apple. Oh, yeah, we good. Yeah, it's gonna come down, it's gonna go right on over there. Yeah, that's good. Man, I love apples, man. I ain't gotta get up and do nothing. Apple is good. Apple is stress-free on your body. Apple is not gonna strip you of your energy because it doesn't have to pull enzymes and minerals and everything from all over the place to try and break down what it is you just put in there, because the apple comes complete. The apple comes complete with the minerals, vitamins, and enzymes to actually break itself down. That in itself, this kind of food is self-sustaining. That's why they tell you not to cook food. You cook food over 145 degrees. As soon as you do that, you've created dead food. But how and or why did you create dead food? The food is now dead because you have now killed the enzyme. Okay? Because you have now killed the enzyme, now when it goes inside your body can't do anything with it. It cannot communicate with it because it doesn't have that enzyme. Do you understand? It needs that enzyme. Without that enzyme, your body can't communicate with it. Your body's going to look at it like it's foreign, and it's not going to understand how to communicate with this right here. And if you actually think about that in a sense, think about me and you, right? Me and you together. If you're foreign, you understand, and you come over here and you don't say, get an enzyme, and this enzyme may be either a translator or one of those electronic things where I say something and you hear something that I just said and it says it to you in English. What happens is we have a break of communication right there. I cannot communicate with you. Why? Because you are missing an enzyme. You're missing the necessary enzyme for me and you to communicate together. So we can't do anything. We're going to just sit there and look at you. I'm going to sit there and look at you. But on a digestive level, that's your food sitting in your gut, sitting there, rotting, causing digestive issues, causing leaky gut syndrome, all right, causing colon cancer. Why is this happening? Because you do not have the enzymes in your body to actually break this stuff down. If you look at steak, right? Look at steak. Look at, not even steak. Look at meat in general. Your body doesn't have anything to break that down. Meat has a pH of like 2.5 or 3, all right? And I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're consistently eating meat, your body pH is acidic. It is acidic, especially if you're eating meat and it makes you, and you're comfortable eating meat, then your body level is really acidic. Because what your body has done is, your body will literally operate at a lower pH level so that it can actually digest the meat, okay? Because your body wants to remain at a pH of 7.365. If you're constantly eating stuff that's 2.5 and 3 pH, it's not going to do that, okay? It's going to stay way down here. But the thing is this, that's a neutral to alkaline level. That's not going to be able to digest meat. You need acidic. You need an acidic level because the peptides inside that break it down, the protein enzymes, the pepsin and the cathepsin, those need very low pHs. For those two need very low pHs just to remain active. Okay? So in a sense, you need an acidic level in your body to remain eating acidic food. All right? And that's common sense. Your body has now adapted to your horrible lifestyle. That's why some vegans will sit back and look at you and you're sitting there eating all this garbage and it's not making you feel any worse yet, but it's just building up and you're sick now and then and you don't really look too good. But the idea is it doesn't affect you as harsh as it would affect us. We have an alkaline system, all right? I remember when when I first went on my whole health kick after like 3 months, I thought that I could actually go into like, Burger King and get me a chicken tender sandwich with some barbecue chicken fries with like I think a Hershey pie or something like that. Okay? I put this inside of my stomach. Let me tell you something right now. That was the last time I ever had fast food. That was the sickest I ever became. When I was sick, I mean, it was like sick, like you and your boy finished a bottle the day before, don't remember nothing, sick, hanging over the bowl, sick. It was horrible. And it was instantaneous sick. It wasn't like I was having a good day, everything was perfectly fine, I was perfectly wonderful. Then I walked up in here, I ordered that food, I ate that, and I was immediately sick. And why? It's because I have brought my alkaline pH all the way up to here. And I went and got some food that had a pH of like 2. And I thought that I was going to put that in my gut, and somehow our enzyme was just going to fall out of heaven and just break down all this shit that I just put inside of me. And that's why I got sick. And so that's why I'm sitting here right now breaking down these enzymes, because a lot of you don't understand the way enzymes work inside the body. All right? And for the meat eaters that think you're supposed to be eating meat, let me tell you something right now. The salivary glands that are inside your mouth, saliva only breaks down carbs, fruits, and vegetables. The enzymes in your saliva only breaks down carbs, fruits, and vegetables. It does not break down protein. It does not break down fats. It does not do that. Animals that are out there, they do that, but yours does not do that. Okay? If you ever see the carnivores out there that actually go and eat a deer and they go and latch right onto the deer, just to let you know, that deer, that fresh deer, is packed with enzymes. Okay? They're eating enzymes. That meat is nice and raw, and they're nice, raw, and fresh, and packed with enzyme. It is not the same sick, dead, dying, 2 to 6 week old ammonia treated it's not the garbage that you're eating. That's not what animals eat. Animals are eating the enzyme that is still intact. All right? Think about it for a second. A lion is not going to go and kill his gazelle, then take it home, then store it in the refrigerator, freeze it, then take it out 2 or 3 days later, thaw it out, cover it with seasoning, patch that with power, and then take that and dip it in some burning hot genetically engineered oil, fry it to death, and then eat it and try and get some nutrients from it. A lion's not going to do that because a lion's smart. All right? I want y'all to smarten up too. I want y'all to look at the lion. The lion is strong because, he gets his enzymes. You get what I'm saying? He gets his enzymes, I mean, if y'all want to eat meat, just eat it the way the lion does, Go and get your animal, go kill it right, boom, and then eat those enzymes. If you do it that way, you're doing it the right way. Now, you might have a bunch of bacteria and parasites and you might die, but that's the way you probably should be eating your meat if you want to be a carnivore. The other way, you're faking jacks. You're doing that human meat eating thing like, yeah, we eat meat too. Yeah, look, nah, you ain't eating meat, bro. You ain't. The lion is eating meat. You ain't eating meat. All right, you bullshit. All right, there ain't no enzymes in that. Okay, y'all gotta get it up here and get with the show and stop thinking that eating a sandwich is actually nourishing your body. You eating that's blood, sugar, and starch. Blood, sugar, and starch. Your body ain't breaking down none of those. The sugar is just a straight poison. The starch is the binding chemical, and then you got the shit. You just fucked yourself. Whoop. And then you got the dead animal protein, which is, it's a dead frequency. You're a living being, it's low vibrational. So why even put that in your body in the first place? All right? We got to start focusing on enzymes. Focus on enzymes and eating things that are already intact. Okay? Stop eating stuff that's already dead, that has 0 enzymes in it. All right? Macaroni and cheese has no enzymes in it. Soul food has no enzyme. There's no enzyme. It's all cooked. It's garbage. There's not an enzyme in there. There's nothing. A mashed potato, a meatloaf, there's not. That shit is made up. There are no enzymes in there. If there are no enzymes in there, your body cannot break it down. You need enzymes. Do you understand? Enzymes. You need to eat enzymes. If you can maintain a good flora inside your gut and good gut bacteria, the amount of things that you can do and the way that your brain will actually work will actually blow you away. If you can get rid of gluten in your diet, it will actually blow you away at how clear your head is and how much easier it is to make better decisions. A lot of times I make these videos and a lot of people just sit there and they just end up dong, and they kind of, their heads like spinning, and they just, well, I eat this and I bought this and I don't know where to start. I usually eat this, and what about my bagel? Oh, isn't that okay? What about my coffee? And well, I usually have this in the morning. I usually have that in the morning with my this and that this, and but are you feeding your body or are you feeding your parasite? You know? Are you nourishing yourself or are you actually hindering your body? Is that coffee and that bagel or that croissant actually doing anything good for your body? Or is that just satisfying your urge for the moment so you get a little high from it and from all that and the 50 grams of sugar, and then after that you crash back down, only so that you can do it all over again around 12, 1 o'clock? You know? You've got to be able to consciously be aware of what it is you're doing to your body so that you can make better decisions. And let's please stop letting the medical industry just remove organs. Okay? Don't let them just remove organs. It's not cool to have your organs removed. You need every last single one of them. Understand? And stop overburdening the body with 560 billion different things. If you're going to eat a food, eat one food. If that's what you're going to eat, you just eat that one thing. You got a produce or something you want to, just eat that. Prepare that. You'd like to season it, whatever. But just that. Don't do 5 different things and put all this different stuff in your body and think that somehow your body's going to be able to break it all down at the same time. That is not how the body works. The body does not work that way. Do not think you're going to go to Subways and get a hero with some mayonnaise, with some meat on it, with some dressing, and then you got the garbage bread and slap some cheese on there, and then think you're just going to eat it and then your body's just going, oh, we're breaking it all down at the same time. No, that is not what's happening. You just caused an entire fuck show in your body. There's cheese over there, there's meat over here, there's complex carbs over here, there's fats over here. What does that mean? That means you need the pepsin, you need the cathepsin to break down the meat. Okay? You're gonna need the pancreas over here to either pump out some insulin because you just shot your sugar skyrocket high because you're probably thinking there's no sugar in there when there's sugar in the cheese, there's sugar in the mayonnaise, there's sugar in the bread. You get what I'm saying? And then there's fat inside the mayonnaise, so now it has to dump out lipase. Remember I told you before, because you eat the proteins and the fats, it has to dump out the lipase. So now your pancreas is trying to break down the fats while your sugar is just going up, up, up. And do you see what I'm talking about here? This is an absolute catastrophe for your gut, and this is what you do on a daily basis. And you hear all this confusion and all this chaoticness that's going on down there. If it's going on down here, it's going on up here. You understand? As above, so below, and so on and so forth. It goes back and forth. You can't think that you're going to have a battle and war going on up here, but you're going to be thinking sound up here. It does not work that way. Understand? You have to balance the two. So when you're thinking about these, remember, enzymes. You must balance the enzymes in your body. Before you go and eat some food, ask yourself, does this food already have an enzyme to break it down? Or is my body going to have to break this food down? If you have to sit there and prepare an entire meal that takes X amount of long to prepare, how many different things is inside this meal? Is your body going to even break that down? You have to ask yourself these questions. Because if your body can't break it down, eventually, one of those organs that I have mentioned, the pancreas, the liver, the appendix, the gallbladder, one of them are going to shut down. You understand? And when it does and you go to the doctor, they're not going to tell you what I just told you. Only thing they're going to do is bring you in a paper, tell you this has got to go, and they're going to have you sign it. And you're going to sit there dealing with, do I deal with this pain? Do I get me some more pain meds? Or do I have them just remove this liver? So you got to think about this stuff for a second. All right? You got to think. Enzymes.